Guess who's back? Back again. Miss Below with subtraction. I couldn't help it. I had to. I hope you've been missing this, kids. So, like I said, today we're going to be taking a look at subtraction within three-digit regrouping. Within three-digit equations. We will have some regrouping in some of those problems. Again, everything we do here is just review of skills that we've already learned in class. So let's go ahead and get started. So as you can see, I've got the step 1, 2, and 3, just like I did for addition. I'm going to pop the problem on the board and we'll work through the steps just as they're shown on the screen. So I actually already have my hundreds, tens, and ones set up, so I'm ready to rock and roll. There's 500 and 528, 2 tens, 8 ones. 341, there's 3 hundreds, 4 tens, and 1 1. There we go. So step 1 tells me that 8 ones is greater than 1 1, which I know to be true. Whenever my number on the top is larger, I know I can take away the number on the bottom. In this case, 8 ones minus 1 1 is going to be 7 ones. Ooh, let's make sure you can see that. There we go. Step 2 says I need to go to the tens. Now, the tricky thing about the tens, as is mentioned in the step here, is 2 tens is actually less than 4 tens. So I'm not going to be able to do 2 tens minus 4 tens as I see it here. I'm actually going to have to go to the hundreds and regroup 100 into 10 tens. It would be like going to the bank, handing them a $100 bill, and asking for 10 $10 bills back. So I take away my 1, I regroup my 100. I know that 500 will become 400. There's my 100, but I know that I had 2 tens here originally. So it's really like I have 12 tens that I'm working with. 12 tens minus 4 tens is going to be 8 tens. I know that so quickly because 4 plus 8 equals 12. Last but not least, I go over to my hundreds. 400 minus 300. Well, 4 take away 3 is 1, so 400 minus 300 must be 100, leaving me with a solution of 187. Okay, so let's try a couple together. If you are following along with me and you have a piece of paper somewhere nearby, I want you to write, while I'm erasing, write both of those problems down. I'm just going to give you a little bit of time to do that. While you're writing, I'm going to set up my first problem. 327 minus 127. Real quick, we're just going to make this neater. Okay, so hopefully you have those problems written down at this point. Starting with 7 ones minus 7 ones, I want you to write what your solution would be. Nice job. 7 ones minus 7 ones should be 0 ones. Moving to the tens, I want you to solve 2 tens minus 2 tens. Excellent. 2 tens minus 2 tens should be 0 tens. 300s minus 100, altogether, we know that's going to be 200. Did we have to regroup in this problem at all? Excellent. No, we didn't. The ones and the tens were either the same or greater than the number of ones and tens, the number on the bottom. In this case, they were the exact same. Let's try a problem where we have to regroup. Take a look at number 2. In this problem, I can see 532 minus 248. Already, I notice in the ones, I'm going to have to regroup because 2 ones is less than 8 ones. I also notice that 3 tens is less than 4 tens, so I'm going to have to end up regrouping there too. The only place I don't really see myself needing to regroup is the hundreds. 500 minus 200, even if we borrowed some from the hundreds, 500 would still be, whatever's left there would still be larger than 200. So right now, take your regrouping symbol and go through the ones. I know the ones have to go to the tens. They go to the closest neighbor for their to borrow. So I'm knocking on the tens door. The tens are going to give over 110 or 10 ones. So just like I did with the other problem, I'm going to write the 1 right there to represent 110. Move my ones up over to the side. In the ones place already, though, I had 2 ones. So it's really like saying 12 ones minus 8 ones. I also remember from the previous problem that 8 plus 4 equaled 12. So 12 minus 8 must equal 4. I gave away a 10, which leaves me with 2 tens in my tens place at this point. 2 tens minus 4 tens is still not going to work. So I have to go over to the hundreds. Again, I'm going to my closest neighbor. My hundreds are going to give over 10 tens or 100. So once again, I have 4 hundreds and 12 tens in my tens place. 12 tens minus 4 tens is going to be 8. Again, this was made easy for me. And if I know 12 minus 8 is 4, 12 minus 4 should be 8 because those are fact families. 400 minus 200 gives me 200. My solution for number 2 being 284. Nice job. So let's practice one more where we're definitely going to see regrouping. This time we're going to do it in word problem format. I'll change the slide there. Just like yesterday, we'll always try to incorporate at least one word problem. So, and let's do this. Boop. At the recycling fair, 193 glasses of orange juice and 270 glasses of lemonade were sold. How many more glasses of lemonade were sold than glasses of orange juice? In my problem, I'm trying to figure out how many more glasses were sold, meaning I'm trying to find a difference between the two numbers that they gave me. They're asking me how many more, which means I'm going to start with my larger total, 270, at the top. So I know I'm taking away the smaller amount, 193 glasses. When I take away 193 glasses from 270, I'll be left with the number of extra, or the how many more in this case that the problem is referring to. Already I can tell in my ones place, I'm going to need to regroup. 0 minus 3 ones is not going to work. and be very careful here. Sometimes we're very quick to write the number 3 without thinking. So slow down and really show your work when you're subtracting. I'm going to go over to my tens. I'm giving away 10 tens. I'm giving away 1 10 or 10 ones. There was nothing in my ones place, so this number is actually just 10. My 7 tens become 6 tens because I gave 1 10 away. 10 minus 3 is going to be 7. I know that because 7 plus 3 equals 10. Building tens is a really good way to find solutions. 6 tens minus 9 tens. 6 is less than 9, so I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm going to have to go to the hundreds. I'm left with 100, and I'm regrouping 10 tens, 10 tens, or my 100, just like I've shown before. So really what I have is 16 tens. 16 minus 9, I can do this a couple of ways. I know 9 plus 9 is 18, and then I could jump backwards twice, getting me to 7. Or I can start at 9 and count up until I've reached 16. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I counted up 7, meaning 16 minus 9 equals 7. 100 minus 100 is going to be 0 hundredths, which means there were 77 more, may run out of room here, more Yeah, I definitely will. Glasses. Love to write my complete sentence. You'll just know I'm writing it. There were 77 more glasses sold. Alrighty. The last page, just like yesterday, is going to be practice for you to try on your own. So again, solve the following problems on your own paper at home, or if you can, print this slide and solve. If you want me to check, send a picture through class tag of your work. Okay. If you find these really easy and you're looking for a challenge, whoops, sorry, I don't have my challenge page. I'll upload a challenge page later today for you to try. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you tomorrow where we're going to focus a little more on both addition and subtraction.